your path to true happiness, empathy, and cooperation, according to Adler. Welcome back. In our previous conversations, we explored the feeling of inferiority and how our early experiences shape our unique lifestyle, that internal script which often guides our actions, even without our awareness. Today, we will delve into the heart of Alfred Adler's psychology, into a concept he considered the absolute foundation of mental health, a sense of fulfillment and true, lasting happiness. Social interest, or in German, Gemeinschaftsgefühl. Perhaps this sounds a bit abstract or even idealistic in today's often self-centered and competitive world. But in essence, it is the most practical and revolutionary tool Adler gave us. It's about deep empathy and authentic cooperation, the ability to see the world through the eyes of others, to identify with humanity, and to actively contribute to the common good. In times when we feel increasingly lonely, isolated, even though we are connected by networks, and social media often amplifies feelings of competition and inadequacy, Adler's idea is like a fresh, healing breath of air. Today, I will show you why it is precisely in genuine relationships, in a sense of belonging, and in your personal contribution to the world that the key to your well-being lies. And most importantly, how you can actively develop this fundamental strength within yourself. Prepare for about 30 minutes of deep reflection and very practical tips you can apply immediately. Part 1. What is social interest Gemeinschaftsgefühl? Expanding the concept. Adler, unlike many of his contemporaries who focus on drives or unconscious desires, believe that humans are primarily social beings. Our fundamental need, deeper than hunger or thirst, is belonging, a feeling that we are part of a group, that we have our significance and place within it. And this is where social interest comes in. It's not just about being nice, polite, or helpful, though these traits are its manifestation. It's a much deeper concept, rooted in our biology and psyche. Gemeinschaftsgefühl is deep empathy, not just superficial sympathy, but the ability to truly understand and co-experience the emotions of other people, to see the world from their perspective. It's the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes, to understand their internal logic before you judge, criticize, or react. It's active listening with the heart, identification with humanity, feeling of brotherhood/sisterhood. This is the feeling that we are inextricably connected to all of humanity, that the well-being of others is inextricably linked to our own well-being. It's the awareness that the problems of other people, even on the other side of the world, concern us in some way, because we are all part of one spaceship, Earth. This means stepping beyond your small world, beyond your bubble. Active cooperation and contribution. This is not passive goodwill, but an active desire to make a positive contribution to the lives of others and to society, rather than focusing solely on personal gain, selfish goals, or status. It's the joy that comes from being useful, the courage to be imperfect and take risks for others. This is a willingness to step outside your comfort zone to support others, even if it involves uncertainty, a potential slip-up, or failure. It's the awareness that you don't have to be perfect to be a valuable member of the community. Adler believed that if someone has a strong, paralyzing feeling of inferiority or if an unhealthy lifestyle dominates them, e.g., avoiding, controlling, getting, which we discussed in the previous video, their social interest is weakened and sometimes almost non-existent. Such a person focuses on themselves, on their fears, on what they deserve, instead of on cooperation, giving, and contribution. This leads to isolation, frustration, a sense of meaninglessness, and deep unhappiness. Adler said, all neurotic failure consists in his withdrawal from social life. In other words, the lack of healthy relationships and contribution is the cause of many psychological problems, not just their result. Think about this in today's world. How many times you feel lonely, even when surrounded by people and having hundreds of friends on social media? How many times you focus on what others have and you don't, instead what you can give, what you can share? How many times do you judge before you try to understand? Adler believed that a true sense of worth and security, that deep satisfaction with life, comes precisely from being needed, from making a contribution, from being part of something bigger, and feeling connected to others. Part 2. Why is social interest the key to mental health and happiness? Developing social interest is not just a beautiful idea or altruism for altruism's sake. It is a path to your own personal mental health, to a deep sense of fulfillment and lasting happiness. Why is this so? Breaks the cycle of self-obsession. When we are stuck in an inferiority complex, our mind is trapped in a continuous cycle of fears, comparisons, and worries about our own worth. It's an obsessive focus on me and my problems. Social interest inherently directs our attention outward to other people, to the needs of the world. This allows us to distance ourselves from our own problems, see a broader perspective, and realize that our challenges are neither unique nor insurmountable. It's like stepping out of a cramped room into a wide-open space. Builds true, unshakable self-confidence. The sense of worth that comes from being useful, from helping, from being an active part of community, is fundamentally different from that built on achievements, appearance, or status. It does not depend on comparisons, likes, or the opinions of others. It is deep-rooted and authentic. When you help someone, when you see that your contribution matters, you recognize your own competence and agency in a way that no external validation can provide. It's the feeling of, I am valuable because I am useful and connected. Increases psychological resilience. People with strong social interests cope better with stress, adversity, and even trauma. They have a sense of support. They know they are not alone in the face of difficulties. They actively build stronger and more supportive social networks that act as a buffer in times of crisis. When you give, others are more willing to give to you. Significantly reduces anxiety and depression. Loneliness and isolation are among the biggest epidemics of the modern world and major risk factors for mental health. Actively engaging in relationships, building connections, and helping others naturally reduces feelings of loneliness, strengthens a sense of security, and activates positive emotions, which are a natural antidote to anxiety and depression. Gives life deep meaning and purpose. Being part of something bigger than yourself, making a contribution, feeling that your life has a positive impact on the world, on other people. This is a powerful source of meaning, fulfillment, and deep joy that cannot be bought or achieved through individual accomplishments, wealth, or fame. It's the feeling that your life matters because it is useful to the community. Adler believed that the three main life tasks that each of us must solve are work, love, and social life. And importantly, All of them require a solid foundation of social interest. In work, effective cooperation, being part of a team, not just ruthless competition for who is better. In love, caring for the well-being of the other person, mutual giving, not just taking and selfishly satisfying one's own needs. In social life, active contribution, civic responsibility, caring for the common good, not just consumption and withdrawal. It is precisely these areas, when neglected, that lead to frustration and suffering. Part 3. How to develop social interest. Practicing empathy and cooperation. Developing social interest is a process. It doesn't happen overnight, but every single step, even the smallest conscious one, has enormous significance. Here are practical strategies you can apply, starting today. 1. Conscious mindfulness of others and active listening. Start with a simple exercise. For one day or even for 1 hour, try to consciously notice other people around you, not just their appearance, but try to imagine what they might be feeling, what worries them, what brings them joy. On the bus, in the store, at work, in conversation. Just observe and listen without judgment, without interrupting, without giving advice. Try to grasp their perspective. What is it like to be them right now? This develops empathy at a fundamental level. 2. Small, daily act of kindness and contribution. You don't have to save the world right away. Start with small, everyday gestures. These little things build your Gemeinschaftsgefühl. Smile at a stranger. Hold the door for the person behind you. Offer to help a colleague at work, even if not asked. Offer to help a neighbor with a small task. Tell someone genuinely what you appreciate about them or what you admire in them. Listen to someone without interrupting and without offering immediate solutions. Just be present and listen. If you see litter on the street, pick it up. Let someone go ahead of you in line if they are in a hurry. Every such act, no matter how small, strengthens your sense of agency, your feeling of being useful, and builds your sense of belonging. 3. Seek contribution, not just benefit. Before you do something, before you engage in an interaction, ask yourself, what contribution can I make to the situation/relationship? Instead of thinking, what can I get out of this, which is a common trap, consciously shift to thinking, how can I be useful? How can I help? What can I offer? This is a powerful change in perspective that redirects energy from self-interest to contribution, for actively engaging in community. Think about what is important to you beyond yourself. This could be your local community, a cause you believe in, a hobby group, or volunteering. Get actively involved. Be present. Work together with others. This not only gives a sense of meaning, but also builds real, deep connections. Exercise longer empathy meditation/visualization. Approximate 5 minutes within this block. Very calm, slow, soothing tone. Allow time for pauses between instructions for the listener to visualize. Now, if you feel comfortable and have the conditions for it, please find a comfortable position. You can sit calmly in a chair with your back straight, feet on the floor. You can also lie down. Choose what is best for you at this moment. Close your eyes if you wish, or gently focus your gaze on a single, motionless point in front of you. Take 3 very deep breaths. Inhale and a slow, relaxing exhale. Feel the air filling your lungs, and then slowly leaving your body, taking with it any tension. Once more, inhale and a peaceful exhale. One last time. Inhale and exhale. Allow your body to relax. Feel the weight of your body resting on the support beneath you. Now, in your imagination, think of someone you know well. It could be a family member, a close friend, a colleague from work, a neighbor. Choose a person towards whom you feel positive emotions, perhaps even slight affection or neutrality, but not someone with whom you have strong conflicts. Imagine this person very clearly. See their face, their expression, their smile, perhaps their way of moving. Hear their voice in your mind. Evoke their presence. Now try to imagine their day from their perspective. What did they do today? What challenges might they have faced? Perhaps they had a stressful meeting this morning. Maybe someone made them laugh. Or perhaps they are worried about something at work or at home. Imagine their small joys and their small worries. Do not judge, just observe. Try to feel what they might have felt if they had a difficult moment. Feel that difficulty within yourself, but without losing your own peace, simply as a co-experiencing observer. If they had a moment of joy, feel that joy, that feeling of lightness. Remember that every person strives for a sense of belonging and significance. We all have our challenges. You don't need to analyze it. Just allow yourself to make a deep emotional connection. Feel that at this moment you are with this person. You understand them on a deeper level. You feel their experiences. Feel that they are part of your world, and you are part of theirs, that you are mutually connected. Now, from the depths of your heart, send this person positive wishes. You can think, may you be happy, may you be safe, may you be free from suffering, may you experience peace and joy. Feel these wishes, this positive energy flowing from you to them. Slowly, bring your attention back to your breath. Feel your body. Feel your surroundings. When you are ready, gently move your fingers and toes. Open your eyes if they were closed. Remember this feeling of connection and empathy. You can carry it with you throughout your day. Summary and conclusion. Today, we've discovered one of Adler's most important truths. True happiness, mental health, and a sense of fulfillment do not lie in isolation, egoism, or constant competition, but in a deep connection with others, in empathy and cooperation. It is precisely active contribution to social life that is our deepest goal and the source of lasting fulfillment. It is in giving and being part of something bigger that we find meaning. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be a hero. Just start with small acts of kindness, with consciously noticing others. Every gesture of empathy, every moment of cooperation, every contribution, no matter how small, builds your own sense of worth and strengthens your Gemeinschaftsgefühl. We are social beings, and it is only in healthy relationships with others that we find our true potential and true happiness. If this monologue and exercise touched you, if you felt that this idea has power and that you want to develop it, click subscribe to join our community, which is becoming more aware, empathetic, and co-creating a better world every day. And now, as your first conscious act of Gemeinschaftsgefühl, Write in the comment below what small act of kindness you will perform for someone else today. Or whom will you try to understand today before you judge? Let this be your conscious step towards greater happiness and fulfillment. Thank you for your time and trust.